Good morning, this is YOLO coming to you live from the Appalachian Trail, tag number 1160. It is May the 25th, day number 76 on the Appalachian Trail. I am YOLO. Currently at mile marker 1050. It's amazing that I've come this far. But today it's supposed to be overcast and it's not showing any rain, but I'm not holding out for that. I do have my umbrella. I do have my rain jacket on just for the wind. Getting started out. I've already hiked out about a quarter mile. My right knee is limbered up. Did a pretty steep incline with a bunch of steps, and we're heading to Waynesboro. Not Waynesboro, Virginia, but Waynesboro, something else, Maryland maybe. But it's 20 miles ahead. There's a super Walmart there, and that's my target. I get another resupply there if I can. It's only a few miles off trail, it says, so hopefully that is the case. There is another town coming up. I should hit it around 10:30 or something. I may slide in town and get a deli sandwich for lunch. We'll see how that works out. Could save money though if I just eat what's in my bag. But it's always fun going in town and getting a sandwich and a beverage versus just stopping. Although it's not raining today, at least not now. So it's always better to get in town when it's raining. You get inside, of course you're all wet when you go into the stores, and I'm sure they don't appreciate that, but it is what it is on the Appalachian Trail. We tented last night with a bunch of section hikers and one lady that had done the trail last year. So kudos to you for already doing this. She's just out enjoying a week of hiking. There were some younger gentlemen that were well up making noise past hiker midnight, so that wasn't appreciated. But nevertheless, I was able to sleep and met some nice people, some Air Force people, so go Air Force. I guess we went up, now we're going down now. But anyway, we'll check in to see what's happening later in the day as things progress. As I meet people, hopefully I'll run into Lucky again. And may not if I run into town. If he decides to keep hiking, then I won't be able to see him. But Persistence and Long Runner have already pulled out and are ahead of me. And again, if I go into town, I won't see them the rest of the day. I may see them tomorrow, but they're always fun to be around. They're really nice people. So if you guys are watching this, I enjoy being around you guys. But they tend to get up around 5 and hit the road at 5:30. I'm still asleep, still dreaming. But here we go. It's a pretty easy path this morning, it seems like. This must be a popular area because the track or the trail is pretty wide, and that's typical when you have a lot of foot traffic versus some of the areas that are about 5 or 6 inches wide. And you got brush and shrubs and trees and everything encroaching on the trail, and they're touching one side to the other. That doesn't make it very fun, especially when it's wet, because you have to rake against all the leaves and it transfers the water to you. Lots of remote tent sites. It could be, although it's illegal here in Maryland. We'll be leaving Maryland here, should be today, so we don't have to worry about that. The shelter last night was pretty nice. I don't think I'd want to stay in the shelter because it was pretty closed in. It was an older one. It was almost like a little cave. So you had a smaller opening, and then once you got in, it was a little bit larger, but it had short headroom. guys, Annapolis Rocks, spring, quarter-mile. I was told that this was a beautiful oversea. I think it's a clear day. Seems to be. Although I don't see any blue sky, I see all white, but it might be a good view. It's a quarter-mile. I think I can burn the time this morning. Again, I'm not that big a rush. It actually helped me out if I want to go into Waynesboro to get lunch. It will delay me a little bit. 'Cause if not, I'll arrive fairly early. And the deli may not even be open. So let's just go down here and check this view out. I was told it was spectacular. Although it seems like it's all downhill, which means it's a quarter-mile uphill. And what's a half a mile when you're doing 2,200 miles, I say. So there's something here. Oh, it's a tarp over the campsite. But instead of having a pavilion, I guess they have some brown tarps strung up over the picnic tables to keep the rain and sun off. So thank you, trail maintainers, for thinking of us. I see a little blue sky up here now that we're out of the trees. See the sign coming up. A lot of people will leave their packs at the top of the hill. I just like to have mine with me in case I want something, a snack, water. And plus, I don't have to worry about anybody else possibly pilfering through my stuff. Got a privy. Made it to the top, so let's take a look at the view. Here it is. There's some mountain ranges in the back. Town. Nothing really truly spectacular, but it is a view. Clouds all the way over on the other side. All right, let's get to it. Guys, we just looked at the view that from the overlook, and I was hiking down, and I don't know if you noticed, but there was a young lady here, and I got talking to her, and I'm gonna have her introduce herself, what she's doing and where she's from, and why she's out here. So let me flip the camera. Would you mind introducing yourself and telling us what you're doing and why you're out here and what organization you're with?
Yeah, my name is Liesl and I'm from Baltimore. I'm with Chesapeake Bay Outward Bound School, and right now we're working with a group of 9th grade boys doing a 5-day backpacking expedition. At Outward Bound we do a lot of social emotional learning and outdoor leadership, and bring students to the outdoors to help them grow and create bonds with each other while they are leading their crews.
So, how long have you been doing this?
This is my 5th year with Outward Bound.
5th year, okay. And have you thru-hiked or done any other hiking stuff?
Not thru-hiking yet, but...
So what made you qualify to be an Outward Bound staff?
Just like working with kids and like being outdoors.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Yep,
I hope you guys have a great day.
You
All right, guys, I'm heading back up from the view. A couple more people showed up that were with the young lady. They're actually setting up a rock climbing expedition for the kids. So they come to bring the ropes and the helmets and everything that they need for today for the rock climb. That's why they're there at the cliff. I'm assuming that the kids will show up here in just a little while. They have a large tent site for them, so that explains where these kids are at versus at the shelters. They said they got yelled at a couple years ago by the ATC for bringing all these kids in and taking up all the shelter space. So I don't know if they've got or had designated spots for large groups back then, but they do now. So they said that there's a blue blaze that goes to the large tent sites for the kids. Well, for anybody, I guess. But sounds like a wonderful thing. She did say that I asked her how much something like that runs, and it says like a 10-day adventure is around $3,500. So it's quite a bit. They do provide all the gear, but for $3,500 you could buy the gear and have everything set up. So say $3,500 times 10 kids or 20 kids, paying the staff maybe $15 an hour or salary, whatever it is, since they're camping. I don't know how they get paid for that, but it's still pretty good profit. So check out Outward Bound, because send your kid on a expedition. All right, heading back up the trail I came down. Now I gotta go up. So, but that was worth the view, just to be able to talk to her and learn a little bit more about Outward Bound. But these are freshman kids, mostly from the city. Not all pay, they get scholarships. So I would say if they just lowered the price, they wouldn't need scholarships. But it is what it is. I'm not paying for my kid to go there. I've already paid for something like that already, so I've done my time. My paycheck. My baby's 20 years old. And the young lady, she asked me when I started. I said I started on March the 12th on my 51st birthday. And she's like, oh, my dad's 51. So made me feel really good. I hope you guys have a safe and wonderful climb today and no one gets hurt, because she said that yesterday or the day before yesterday, had one of the students running or playing on the rocks as they were hiking that was wet, and she just turned around to tell them that the rocks are very slick and they need to be careful. And about that time, one of the boys slid and raked his shin across the edge of the rock, causing it to open up. They said they had to get 20 stitches from emergency care. So that wasn't fun for him. He wanted to come back out, but they're like, sorry, but you're gonna have to go home and rest now. So the poor kid ended his journey. Not only did he get to spend $3,500, but he also got to pay for a medical expense and didn't get to do the rest of the trip. Congratulations, you win. So I had some internet connection, so I looked up Outward Bound and the programs. They have programs for middle school, high school, and adults, as well as they have special veterans trips. Sorry as well. About that. That's $312 a day for 12 days. You could certainly buy some good gear and stuff for that. So you wouldn't have the experience, but just imagine if you had two high school kids that were going to this. $3,700 per child. You'd have to be fairly wealthy to afford an adventure like that, just for the kids. You know, I travel and it might cost me that much for a trip, but that's for a family. If I cruise, I could fly to another country with my family for that amount of money. But I guess it's a babysitter These classes last from anywhere from 8 to 60 days, 72 days. I think they all have all different sizes, but I suppose if you wanted to get rid of your kid for the summer and you were busy and you don't want to mess with them, you could sign them up for a 70-day adventure where the kids are kayaking and whitewater rafting and backpacking and climbing, just having the time of their life. But I'm glad that I didn't get caught in that trap, but there is definitely a business opportunity here. This is a pretty good sized program. It is a business. And the kicker is they have a bunch of major sponsorships that's paying for all this. So kudos to the CFO, the COO of this company. So you've done something well, teaching kids how to be brave and how to face danger and live on the outdoors and have fun and have social skills and trust with one another. Because a lot of times what we do out here, we have to rely on other people. So it's team building and everything like that. So yeah, check out Outward Bound. If you have some extra money lying around and want to get rid of the kiddos for a week, send them off to camp. Outward Bound. So, also thinking, well, that's probably not including the transportation to said point or pickup. So gotta factor in that as well. So, all right, off my high horse on this. So here we go, downhill, so we can go back uphill. Hey guys, I'm coming off the mountain. I got a half mile to go to get to the road to take me into, I think it's Smithburg, Maryland, where I want to try to get in town to get a deli sandwich next to the Dollar General and maybe get some sweets. But I've been trying to make some phone calls, do a little business thing while hiking this morning. It's been pretty successful, so I was able to get some stuff taken care of. Reached out to an old friend. I'm coming up on Carlisle, Pennsylvania, and the corporate company that I used to work for has an office in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. And when I called to get their phone number to reach out to an old friend, they had actually moved to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, which is just up the road a little ways. So it's not that big a deal, but hopefully I can meet up with a friend of mine called Argy from about 20 years ago and just catch up, see how things are going. But he's in the corporate. He may not even be in the office. He might be out of town on business, and that's part of the reason that I stopped working there. Was I was always gone, and at that time we had a 2-year-old, and I was in the office half the week, and the other half of the week I was gone anywhere from DC down to Miami, over to Tennessee from North Carolina. So sometimes I would wake up wondering which way I needed to go home. It was a nice jaunt for several years. Corporate world, had a company vehicle, expense account, and traveled. So it was nice, but my wife had come to me and said that she couldn't raise the 2-year-old by herself because I was not an active father, because I was always gone. I was corporate, so I was owned by the company. I was salary, so I had to get my job done, plus all the hours I put in for travel and stuff. I got paid pretty well, and retirement was pretty handsome, but wasn't the same. So I began my own business as an entrepreneur, and because I had a lot of airport time and a lot of windshield time, I came up with several business strategies that I took forth and started my own businesses. A lot of people thought I was very crazy walking away from a great salary, benefit package, company vehicle, expense account, and all that. But because of that, I was able to see this 2-year-old girl grow up and go to all of her sports games, home and away. I was able to be home and present with her, even though I was running my own businesses. So was it the right choice? you decide, because now at the age of 51, I'm retired. And if I was in corporate, I'd probably be traveling around because I'd probably get transferred or something like that. So my marriage may not be together. So I think it was the right choice for me to become an entrepreneur, venture off, and to do my own thing. If it wasn't for that, I would be stuck in this rat race of the golden parachute where I can't leave because it's just too good. Well, it was too good to begin with, and I appreciate the opportunity and the several years of service I gave to the company. But it was more valuable seeing my daughter grow up and being able to go to lunch with her at school and volunteering and doing all the things that I was able to do as a father, because I was present during the week and I could somewhat set my schedule. So she is now 20 years old. She played sports every season and travel volleyball. And I would say that there was probably only a handful of away games that I did not attend. And that was because she told me that it wasn't worth the drive. They were going to either annihilate the team or they were going to get beat. So I would still usually go, but like I said, out of her school years, which now she's in college, I was able to attend all of her games and some of her practices, but it's the right thing for me. So anyway, I hope Argy reaches out to me and we can connect at least on the phone, and we can catch up on old times and see how life is going for him. So, all right, hiking down. Probably got about half a mile, like I said earlier, and then I need to hitch a ride into town. Down here trying to get a hitch going into town so I can get a bite to eat. So let's see if we're lucky. Guys, I was able to get a hitch into town, and this is the gentleman that gave me it. So would you mind just introducing yourself and tell me what your name is and where you're from?
My name's Gene Kaiser. I was born in Frederick, Maryland, and I live in Wolfsville, Maryland, a little suburb there about 5 miles from Camp David, as the crow flies.
All right. So this is his truck that he stopped on the trail and gave me a lift into town. So thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome very much.
Thank you.
Yep.
Have a blessed day.
Yeah, you do the same.
All right, there goes Gene. He just dropped me off. Thank you so much. I'm back on trail. It is noon. I've eaten half of a sandwich, which was a pretty good sized sandwich. I also got trail magic because the people that I was talking to, their names, last names is Martins, actually paid for my sandwich. So it just cost me the $2 or whatever for the sweet tea that I bought. So thank you very much to the Martins. But now I'm back on trail, and just want to reiterate again, thank you Martins for paying for my sandwich. That was a true blessing. It was a surprise too. But and thank you Gene for giving me a ride to town, and then also just hanging out with me and talking with me for a little while. I was able to get my batteries charged just a little bit, so I'll have some more electricity for my phone. But yeah, what a day so far. So that's been a blessing. So hey guys, I've been hiking for about a half hour now after being dropped off from town. I'm hiking up the hill and I ran across a group of people. I just want to have them introduce themselves and explain what they're doing. So let me get
Good morning, my name is Albert Kaufman, and I am from Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Adam Morrow from Tunkhannock, Pennsylvania.
I'm Christian Torres from Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
I'm Edna Byler from Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
My name is Compass. I'm from Compass, Pennsylvania.
My name is Ben. I'm from actually South Florida. So I have the opportunity through something called the Wilderness Institute to partner with Branch Network, which is a network of churches in Lancaster County that these guys are part of, to help develop leaders, and not leadership in the traditional sense, but how do we help people grow to be like Jesus? And Branch Network is a group of churches and network serving a group of churches that is in really fun and interesting ways watching Jesus come alive in Lancaster County and lives. I've had the opportunity, being the new guy here in this group, to watch stories just pop and see what the Lord is doing. And so our organization has just come under and alongside to help facilitate the process as Branch sows into Lancaster County and beyond with these guys who are all leaders at this point, but growing and watching Jesus grow in them and lives around them. So the stories are kind of crazy. So check back in at some point, look up Branch Network, and see if you can find these guys' stories.
And what church are you guys with? Branch, okay. And then how long are you guys out here, and you're just learning, I guess, how to do this?
Yeah, we started yesterday, PA 16, and we're going down to eventually Dahlgren Campground. We'll finish up Saturday, so 5 days on the trail and some hiking and some chatting and some talking and some connecting and some praying, all kinds of fun stuff.
All right, and you guys are camping and everything. Are you guys liking it so far?
Oh yeah.
Any challenges?
Uphill.
Okay. You're not with them, are you? Okay. You went through? Okay. So we got another hiker here coming through. So have a good day, man.
Challenge for me is kind of like, what's this trip meant for me? You know, it's like, I was questioning myself, is it for myself or is it for somebody else that I'm here to help out?
So what do you think it is?
I'm still, it's like for me, I feel like helping somebody else do something.
Okay.
I feel like that while I was meditating this morning, that God really said, you're gonna help somebody through something. And I feel like that's something that it kind of like, I kind of looked at the trip and said, like, what am I doing for myself? Like I want something to happen to me. But then God kind of told me, like, it's not for me. Like, you're gonna do something for somebody else today.
But you're a tool that God will work through and use that tool for someone else's benefit. We don't know what it is right now, but there's something that's going to come out of this. So,
For sure.
anybody else want to share? Come on, you suckers.
I feel like I'm learning to ask good questions. So like whatever I'm processing. Just
I
to
see
be
you're
able
married.
Yes.
So
just
that's
got
always
married in
okay. So
October.
good at ask questions.
Yeah, that's just been amazing to kind of be able to think through things in that way, formulate a question, and not even necessarily for the question to be answered, at least not right away, but just part of the process that, you know, God wants to speak into.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been amazing.
Anybody else want to share? What about you, Camo? All right. Well, I really appreciate you guys taking the time to stop and educate me a little bit about what you guys are doing and why you're out here. So continue the good work, guys.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Good to meet you.
Hey guys, here's another unique thing. It's a bicycle. I just about passed it. I didn't realize what it was. I was like, oh, let me video that. We're coming out in a meadow. Thank you for mowing so we can minimize the ticks. But just had a wonderful conversation for about a half hour with that group. And they are Amish from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, where former Amish that is. And they want to use this hiking as an outreach. So what a wonderful opportunity. It'd be really cool if I could figure out how to do this as well and do an outreach. So they may be able to feed me some information and show me how to do it. So that was a blessing meeting them. We were able to pray and just be blessed by them and pray for their ministry and pray for my safe journey. But thank you very much, guys. It was much appreciated. And it was really interesting meeting you guys. So you had several Reformed or whatever you call Amish, a Mexican, and a hiker that was from German accent or descent. I should not accent. But there you go. Well, I meet everybody here on the trail. It's great. But if we don't stop and talk, then we can't figure it out. But just picked up some deodorant. I think I know who this is. So we'll give it back to her. It's the thru hiker. that came through. So I'll talk to you guys later. This is our view right now of just a meadow and the trail. So thanks again for whoever mowed this so we don't have to walk through these high weeds. Awesome. Thank you. Here's a creek. It's very pretty. We got some planks tied together. And up ahead is the hiker that we're going to mess with here. See if she takes it. See how it goes. Okay guys, I came up on this. Here's the Appalachian Trail. Here's the river, creek, whatever it is. Waterfall-ish down here. The only problem is I don't want to get my feet wet. And over here is the continuation of the trail. But if you look over here, there's some hopping stones. So let's hop on through. Hopefully I don't get my shoes wet, socks wet. Thank you for whoever placed these here. It's greatly appreciated. And I made it, but it's a nice little area to bathe your feet. It looks pretty dirty over here, but much cleaner over here. There's all the soot, silt is getting caught behind these rocks. On this side, it's much cleaner. But it's nice to hear that water. I love it. Now we got to get up here. Sounds like we got to cross the highway, possibly. The trail goes parallel to the road. Obviously, it's got to go across the road at some point. Several butterflies out. Try to catch them on film, but they're just too butterfly-ish, and I can never get them. Tried to get a red bird earlier, not a cardinal, but I don't know what kind of bird it was, but it was a pretty red bird. But again, it was very hard to get. It's like we're parallel on the road for a little while. I see the end of the guardrail. Yeah. I'm sure that's where they have us go out. I see the double white blaze over here. This is probably leading, the road is probably the road that's leading into that town that I stopped at a couple hours ago for lunch. Clear both ways. On the blaze. I don't see the trail though. Here it is. It's gonna go parallel with the this side of the road now. All right, back into the trees. All right, we're on a blue blaze with an outcropping of large rocks. This is a cliff face. So I thought it was gonna be spectacular, but it's just trees. But far off in the distance, you can see the town. That is 9 times magnified. The neighborhood. All right, moving on. And what today has been, it's been a Christ-filled day for certain. Run into several Christian organizations and people. It's prayed over me. Thank you very much, Dwight and all the others. And I just ran into a lady I stopped and chatted with her for a few moments, and her trail name is Lollygag, and she's just doing a bunch of flip-flopping around because of life, she says. She wants to do the trail, but she's not able to do a through hike because of life experiences and different things. So she's dropped the car off at Harper's Ferry. She is heading heading south back to her car, and she just has to have a place to securely park her car. So she's from West Palm Beach, so I'm sure she's missing the West Palm Beach weather, but she's hoping to get to Harper's Ferry by Friday, or before Friday, before the storms come back in. So I hope her the best of luck, and it was really nice talking to you. But that's about it. So I still have several miles I need to make up if I want to get to the shelter tonight. I'm still feeling pretty good. My left foot, which is the one that, has pain issues because of the rocks, it's feeling pretty well. And as long as the trail continues to cooperate and my body continues to cooperate, I'll just keep pushing on. If I get in at 9 o'clock tonight, that's okay, because I have another half of my deli sandwich and some pretzels in a bag that I picked up at Harper's Ferry that I'll have for supper tonight, so I don't really have to cook, because I need to eat the other half of that sandwich. It's pretty good size, so that's a wonderful sandwich. And thanks to the Martins for purchasing that sandwich for me without me knowing it. Thank you very much. So anyway, best of wishes to everybody out here trying to do this, because you only live once. That's why my name is YOLO. Get it done. All right, I gotta get this done, so I'll get back to hiking. Now if you see anything but boulders, that's all you see. So I don't know if I'm gonna make the 5 hours because this is truly a rock scramble. I think God's waiting for us to endure this, so that as we progress in life, we're prepared for the upcoming challenges. And I think that's what we got now. So apparently Mount Katahdin is much different from this. I mean, it is much steeper, much larger rocks, but it is basically rock scrambling up the mountain in Maine. Hand over hand, not really trying to find a trail or following a trail, but basically following white blazes that's marked wherever they can get them. So this is slow going. I don't want to say it's shredding my feet, but this has been what I've been experiencing for the last half hour, is just getting up these rocks, coming down the rocks, and journeying forward. But it is a rocky mess. Let's get out of this thing and keep hiking. Well, I stopped at this park right here. It's just right on the Appalachian Trail. And I just found out that I'm in Pennsylvania. So I'm another state down. There was no signage that I saw, but I'm right outside of Waynesboro, Pennsylvania. I think it's Pennsylvania. Doesn't really matter at this point. It's Waynesboro. I had misjudged. This shelter is on up the trail 5 more miles, but where I'd like to resupply is before there. I'd like to resupply in Waynesboro at Super Walmart, but the problem is I almost have to do it this evening, which would put me even later getting into the shelter. But there is a tent site just past the road, so if I could get a ride into Super Walmart, then I could do my resupply, and if I could just get back to the trail, that would be great. So So let me think about it and see what I'm gonna do. But there was a family at the park. They gave me a Sprite. So thank you, family in Waynesboro at the city park or county park or whatever it was. It was a pretty nice park. They had newly renovated bathrooms and new mulch. They're just ready for the summer. It looks like it's a big old festive place because they got a big pavilion where you could have picnics and parties and a band or music or something, entertainment. So looks like a wonderful city park. So thank you, Waynesboro. That's where we're at. I don't know. But anyway, hiking on. Here's the blaze. Looks like there's a road pipe closure up here. But I did take a few minutes to get off my feet after getting all those shards of rocks coming down that mountain. But it is what it is. That's a railroad track over there. I've got experience camping near railroad tracks, but this one doesn't seem as busy because I haven't heard any trains. Internet's not the best right here. I've been trying to upload a few photos to Facebook, but it's just simply not going through at this point. So I'll have to check in a few minutes to see if I have better reception out here. All right, heading on. Actually, it looks like we're crossing these tracks right up here. So look, safety first. There's a curve up here. I hope there's no train coming. Check this way and check back this way. Stop and listen. I don't see anything. I don't hear anything except for a car coming. But this, my friend, is the Appalachian Trail. It's pretty slick. Number 5 stones here. We could die on this thing. Anyway, all right, I'm safe. I don't know what we got going on up here. It's a memorial. Something. Mailbox. I don't know why it's a mailbox in the middle of nowhere. Let's see what it says. Oh, this is the Mason-Dixon line. I don't know what the mail is. Oh, it's just a book. I got you. How sweet. All right, here it is, Mason-Dixon line. This is it, guys. Appalachian Trail, Georgia Domain. It's good. All right, guys, this is the tent site. We got some younger youths over here. They are through hiking, but they've been on the trail for about 96 days, I think they said. So they're camping more than they are hiking, but that's all right. That's their hike. But there's a creek, the bridge. Sorry about that. Very nice. So now we get to traverse up a mountain. It is 6:39 p.m. and I need to decide if I want a night hike or go into town or camp near the trail and come back in tomorrow morning. So we'll see what we can do. I may have to take my backpack off because apparently something has shifted in my pack and now there's something pushing on my lower back. Might be my camp stove. Might be a battery bank. Who knows? But anyway, let's get up this mountain. I think there's a road up here, but it goes on for a while. It might take me 20 minutes to get up there. So let's get doing it. We got a little white-tailed deer that I just startled. Just chilling out. Just heard a gunshot too. So I don't know if they're shooting at a deer or what, but We are in Pennsylvania, so if I was in Maryland, I might take more reservation, but this is Pennsylvania. And I think we're outside the city limits. There's only one shot. I have decided not to go to the shelter tonight, but rather just camp out here by the road in a remote tent site. Hopefully there's a section that we can bed down. If not, I can come back this way a little bit, and there's plenty of flat spots just behind me, just a little bit. But there's a parking area up here, so I'll assess it and see what it's like. That way I can get up in the morning and possibly hike out here to the road. It's Route 16, I believe it is. It goes into Waynesboro. I just passed Route 16, the old Route 16, about a half a mile back. But this is the new 16. So I'm hoping that there's a smooth spot that I can put my tent down and just sort of chill out for tonight. It does sound like it is a busy road now, so I might have to listen to some traffic. But the way this thing is looking, I might have to go back because we're becoming very rocky and not so smooth. So I may have to backtrack just a little bit, but that'll be all right. It's not miles, it's just maybe a quarter mile. I feel like going to a shelter off trail. It's very pretty though. But it is becoming very bouldery and rocky, as you can tell. So we'll just keep hiking. This is going to put me right at the 20 mile mark, maybe 21 mile for the day. It's been a great day so far. I have chatted a lot with people, which makes my heart happy, and a lot of Christ-like people on the trail today. So it's been awesome. No rain. We've had sunshine. We've had some overcast. We've had a little bit of trail magic with I got a soda and what else? I don't know. But it's been a good day. Ow, ow, ow. My feet are just now getting tore up because of these rocks, but we've had several boulder crossings and everything, but for the most part it's been large rocks and not shards of rocks, at least I recall. All right, let's just yeah, definitely think I'm gonna have to go back a quarter mile or so, because I can't set up my tent on these boulders. So I'll go to the other side and see what the other side of the road is. It might be smooth. I'm hoping it is. I'd hate to backtrack, but I can. Rock hopping, trying to carry my trekking poles. I am looking around, but not looking too promising right here. I probably could make something work, but I mean, I get on the other side of the road. There's a parking area over there, so maybe there's a remote tent spot. Again, this isn't ideal because it is next to a road. It sounds like a major road. It's next to a parking lot, and I would prefer not to have either of those two combinations, simply because people getting off trail or parking at the area and just coming and doing who knows what, shining flashlights on my tent. And it's not happened before, but I know of people have made comments before about being near a road or something like that, and a parking lot, and people driving up and shining their headlights on their tent, flashing their lights, and then getting out, making noise, and sort of disturbing them. So it's not ideal. It might be somewhere back yonder, or even right here. This is right next to a creek. I might be able to make something there, but it looks a little soggy. So let's check this out. It's a water source, definitely. I don't need any water. I filled up, but more beautiful flowers. Let's see what we got over here. This looks like a little trail here. Yeah, they got a footpath there, so let me crank on this other side, see if I can find anything. This is a pretty busy road. We need to go across the street right here. We got 2 lanes of traffic going out of town and 1 lane going in. Got a street sign all the way back here. All right, let's see if we can find a remote spot to stealth camp. So boulders. Oh, there's a flat spot over here I see. I don't know if it's a bear up there. No, upturned tree. There's some flat spots here, so this is the right choice by coming on this side of the street. I'll go ahead and camp here tonight, and in the morning I'll walk back out there to the road. Excuse me. And see if I can't get a ride in town. So someone's camped here before. There's a fire ring, if you will. This is pretty soft. I'm gonna check a spot back here. Be a little more secluded if I could. Nah, that doesn't look too promising. Just trying to find something that's not so noticeable if someone were to come off the road. I don't think that's gonna happen. It's Wednesday night. So yeah, let me just stay out here and let me set up camp at one of these fabulous locations. Again, the only thing that's not ideal about it is just that traffic and being so close to the road. So let me throw down right here. That way, if another person comes, they can set up over here. But very much doubt that someone else will show up. So, all right, let's get setting the tent up. right, guys, I made it into camp. I have got my tent all almost set up, but I have traveled 20.63 miles today. I traveled from the Pine Knob shelter to Route 16. I am going to eat my rolls or clairs that Jean gave me, who shuttled me into town. I'm going to have Sprite that lady gave me at the park when I entered into Pennsylvania. And I'm going to have the sandwich that the Martins purchased for me without me knowing it. So thank you to all the trail angels, to Jean, the lady at the park with her kids, and to the Martins for doing the supper. And also I have an orange that I will eat that was also a gift. So I guess this is a blessing supper because someone provided a little something. So thank you very much. It is 8 o'clock. So basically I've hiked 12 hours today. It's Wednesday the 25th, day 76 on the Appalachian Trail. I am closing out. So you guys have a great day. I'm YOLO, and remember, you only live once. So do it right the first time, and there's no need to do it again. Thank you for your support. If you haven't already, click subscribe to this channel. I thank you for all the people that's praying for me and for all the people that has contributed to my trip. So thank you very much, everyone. Without you guys praying and supporting me, this trip would not be possible. Thanks most of all to my wife and my daughter. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful day, and God bless. Stop. Why didn't it stop? I don't know. But all right, bye.